finally guys, look what is back on the channel. So yes guys, it's been a while since we've had the R53 on the channel, because if you saw the last video, we dropped it off at AP Tuning and Gary and Dan have been helping me loads because we had an issue with this car fitting a baffled sump. So I tried to fit a baffled sump myself and putting the last bolt into the car, which basically brought the sump to the gearbox housing and kind of brought them together. The bolt snapped, so I got it recovered over to Gary and Dan and they got the bolt out and the sump is all done on this car, which is an absolute win for getting this car on the road and more importantly on track. Now once that was done, I've been coming down to AP Tuning over the past few days when I've had time. We've put the front bumper back on and also Gary helped me, and well, I helped Gary should I say, to fit on the new brakes. So these are R56 front brakes. We've got, I think they're like some yellow braided lines. Big shout out to Ben at BH Car Parts, as always. I think he's made half of this car with parts I've got from him, but we picked up these brakes from him for a really, really good deal. So that is going to give us some more stopping power. And you can see as well, these brakes were drilled, or sorry, are drilled and grooved as well. Now, before we put the brakes on, I will say, Gary showed me some bits just to kind of make these brakes work properly because they were quite rusty and crusty. So we basically just drilled through to get out any muck and then also kind of another little drill bit to kind of bore out and make it work properly. And then we also just got into the grooves as well. So those drilled and grooved brakes are going to work a lot better on those discs. But like I say, we're going to have better stopping power, and the fact that we've got that baffled oil sump now is absolutely amazing. Now the fun doesn't stop there, because today I've popped down with the intention of hopefully getting this bad boy on the car, which is the intercooler, which we picked up, an Airtec Intercooler, secondhand. Like I said, we're trying to do as much of this secondhand as we can. So we picked this up for like 250 quid. It's only been on someone's car for like a couple of months. I'll show you the condition, it's amazing. So the goal today is to get that on and then deal with the sensor issues we had as well. Now also, quick one, shout out to this, because this is a car that Gary looks after, Honda S2000, but this thing is actually supercharged, which is absolutely mental. It makes like 390, 400 brake horsepower. Something I tell Sammy to do on her car is definitely supercharge it. HKS supercharger kit, absolutely amazing. But Gary fitted this to this car. What a weapon. Great thing to see. So we've just got the Airtec Intercooler out. So the condition of the fans are actually really, really good, but this thing's kind of crusty, but I think this is, it's just like a rubber that goes around. I don't think it actually does anything. The person we bought this off as well also has the M7, I think they're called Snoot boots. So we've got them to go on as well. Airtec, so we know it is an official one, which is really, really good. So we need to be putting that on today as well. And then like I say, we also need to deal with a sensor in the car. Now the sensor issue we were having was to do with the T-map sensor, which is this one right here. So I have got one, it's somewhere in the car. So once we've done the intercooler, or actually, when we take this intercooler off, what I'll probably do is get that done first, because this will be out the way. It will just make my life easier. Then once that is done, we can get the intercooler back on. And then hopefully we should be able to get it started, check it, make sure there's no fault codes. Then we can get it booked in for an MOT with the boys just there. Sadly not today, but hopefully in the week. And then this thing will be on the road. We can get the first drive and we can get that first track day booked as well, which is going to be absolutely amazing. Okay, so old intercooler's off. I've got one of these which is stuck, so I'm going to put some WD-40 on that and just leave that to soak in, because for some reason that just doesn't want to come off. But we won't worry about that. Anyway, old T-map sensor, so easy. Just unplug. God, this is my shadow. There you go. You unplug this little bad boy, and then it's just, they're probably like T20s, T15s, I don't know. Anyway, and here's the new one. So that literally just plugs in that way, and then you're just going to plug that sensor in. My shadow again. Once that's done, we can get the new intercooler on, and then fingers crossed start it, and we won't have any issues. That little grill piece is in the way. No. I'm not taking a bumper off. I am not taking a bumper off. So, T20s is what they are, and I'm lucky I've got a quarter, because otherwise I'd have had to have removed this. And it's also lucky I've got an extendable magnet, because I just dropped that in there. There we go. Perfect. Right, like I say, T20s. Lucky I've got a little quarter one, otherwise I'd have had to have been
probably taking the bumper off or just seeing what Gary's got, which is fine, but trying to not keep borrowing stuff and basically taking up his time, trying to just do a lot of this stuff myself as much as I can, although he's given me loads of help. I've had help from a lot of people. Everyone's been really, really good with this. But anyway, let's get this bad boy out, get the new one on.
You know what? I'm not going to get soppy on you, but I'm going to say this. This is such a vibe. Like, Gary and Dan are working in there on cars. It's like a Focus RS and a load of Evos in there. They're building engines for and whatever. And then I'm here doing this. Obviously, my Evo comes here. It's just a vibe. Like, this is goals for me. This is the goal, to have my own shop and to honestly be, guys, doing this full time. That is the goal. If I can be doing YouTube full time, building cars, going around doing track days, racing in time attack or whatever it is, and just building my cars and having my mates, or even just sharing a unit with my mates, that is the ultimate goal for this channel, that I want to do this full time. So for those of you who support me, all I can say is thank you so far, because I'm absolutely loving it. Anyway, now we've cut and done that bit, let's get on with this.
I kind of see my channel different to a lot of people. Like, I see a lot of people doing high horsepowered stuff and yeah, they've got loads of money, and you know, for me it's kind of more like a vlog. I'm just sharing what I'm doing and talking to you guys, and hopefully you guys like that. But if there's any content that you guys prefer, please let me know, because then I'll do more of it. A lot of you have been liking me doing this stuff by myself, which I'm absolutely loving. I'm learning so much, and I'm also getting things wrong. But like I say, if there's anything you guys want to see more of, please let me know, because I'll try and do more of it. Oh, there we go. So there you go. As you can see, there's little blue rings. This one comes with black ones. I am just making sure that there's not like double. No, so these ones have got little black ones on. So this is the new one. This is the old one. Got this from MAR Motorsport. It's not like an official BMW part, but let's just get it in and see if it works, right? There's a bit of an ongoing joke here at AP Tuning now, because obviously I talked the so there's a bit of an ongoing joke here because I talked the bolt a bit too hard. Well, not talked it too hard, I don't know why it snapped, to be fair. But the guys here are kind of giving me a bit of stick that they won't let me loose with a torque wrench now. or they have to set it, because in case they said I'm too strong, they don't want me breaking any more bolts. And these are tiny little bolts, so if you are doing this, oh no, where's that gone? Then please make sure you go loose it. Don't do what I do. Oh, is that fallen through to the floor? Oh no, where's that gone? Right, I found the bolt eventually. Oh, now I've got a stone in my glove. I'm hoping that's out. Anyway, let's get this intercooler on, and then hopefully start her up and she'll be good. So I messaged the other Gary in my life at Thor Motorworks, who deals with minis, and I said these M7 silicone boots don't seem to be fitting, they seem to be too big. And he said, just using the stock ones. So we're going to put on the stock ones instead, because like I say, these don't seem to be fitting very well. And obviously the benefit of these is they have the grooves for everything to sit into. So yeah, if you're putting on one of these, recommendation is use the stock boots.
So guys, all done, but a bit fiddly. Anyway, it's on. So intercooler is all on. Look at that. Looks good. That's so much bigger than the original one. And actually, like I say, we use these original Snoop boots. It's just gone on so much easier with that as well. I might have to just have a little play with that, but I think she's all good. There is one more thing to do though before we get it started. Now the other thing we need to do is put this in. So this is a foot base plate, and that is because obviously we've taken out the carpet, so we're going to be putting this in. So we have to actually drill in here. So we've got to drill 1, 2, I think it's just 3 holes. We have to, 4 holes, another one over there. And then Gary's going to have a rivet gun. But the first thing we've got to do as well is attach this to it. I think this just screws on in the corner. And this is going to make up our little kind of footrest plate that sits in that corner. So we're going to get that on, and then hopefully we can get it started, check for any issues. If there aren't any, brilliant. So I've mounted that to that.
bit of a weird one because it actually doesn't go and kind of onto the bolts behind, or the nuts and bolts behind, but anyway, it's on. So when that is down,
this is so cool. Like, trust me, I am absolutely buzzing right now. This is like the furthest I've gone into a track car, and I would love to go into time attack, and I think I've told you guys this already, and I would go into the clubman class. So if you want to do clubman, you actually have to keep a lot of this in, and I think I might actually have to put the cover in for this, which isn't a massively hard job. But anyway, this is sick. Look, that goes in there, and then look at that foot plate on there. Look at that, bang, 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 bang. So cool. Right, let's get this drilled in and riveted in, and then hopefully a start up. So guys, just running the fault code with the King Bolan. I'll probably get Gary to run his as well, but still got some fault codes for the anti-braking, and there was something else. This one, the fine fault code, but this was here before. I'm hoping that when we start the car and then re-wipe those, I'm hoping that that will have sorted it. So guys, absolute success. We've plugged in Gary's tool, which is this big snap-on one, and it's going absolutely perfect. We've got one fault code left, which is the O2 sensor after the cap before the resonator, but the T-map sensor has worked. The car is idling well. There's nothing on the dash, and also the exhaust is not leaking, which I buttoned up the other day. I actually had to put a bit of sealant on, which Gary had, and it's worked perfectly. So the only thing we need to do now is sort out the O2 sensor, which might mean we need a new one, or we're going to use this, what Gary's printed off, to basically check the pins. Yeah, foot plates in as well, riveted in. That's not going anywhere. Car is running well. Just need to sort out the O2 sensor, which if we have to get a new one, Gary said he'll get one in and just do it for me before it goes for an MOT next week, and then we can do the first drive. So guys, she is all running well. We still have one fault code, which is that O2 sensor, and we've come up with a plan because I spoke to Gary and he has said that the best thing we can do is actually take that sensor out, and then we can just put a plug in there, and then what we're going to actually do is get the car mapped so that we don't have that code coming up and we don't have to have that sensor in there as well. Now obviously, because we're running a 15% pulley, colder plugs, and obviously a shorter belt, it is a smart thing to do, but there are a lot of people who have these R53s and they don't go and do that because they say the car can adjust itself to make up for it, but we don't want to run the risk of the car running lean. So for me, we're going to get a little map done on this so that it's running correctly, and obviously make sure the car is just running right. And then obviously we might even shove it on the dyno here with Gary, and he might be able to have a look and make sure that we're not running lean, because obviously that could lead to a knock and engine failure and bye-bye to the car, which we don't want because we've put a lot of work into getting this car where it is. So like I said, the goal is to get that done, get it MOT'd, and then the car is going to be done and we'll be able to take it on its first track day, which I am so hyped for because it's been such a long journey and put a lot of literally blood, sweat and tears into this car, but it's finally getting there and we're going to be able to enjoy it very, very soon. And I'm going to be able to take you guys along the journey because, like I say, we're turning it into a track car now. The intercooler is on. We've changed the T-map sensor, so all of those fault codes are gone, which is amazing. We just need to get that lambda sensor sorted, which is the one just after the cat, and then the car is going to be good and ready to rock and roll. I can't wait. So hopefully next time that you see this on the channel, we'll be taken out for its first drive. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe. Hopefully you've enjoyed seeing this car back on the channel because I am hyped to finally get it on track, which is going to be very, very soon, I promise you. So like I say, next time we see it, it should be first drive and MOT and all that, and then we can go for our first track day as well. So like I say, like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one very, very soon. Peace out.